Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for the first season of the anime Aggretsuko on Netflix. And I didn't really enjoy this anime. Now, that's not to say that it is a bad anime. This is mainly based on office humor and is more to be kind of a comedic one rather than deep story or character development one. Now, granted, this does have character development and everything, but it's mainly focused on Retsuko, the little red panda that is the character that we follow around who's working in accounting. And it does have some funny moments, but nothing that made me go laugh out loud or anything. It was just, serviceable to me. I can't really find anything that's really horrible with it, but it's not the kind of funny comedy that got me. And I understand that comedy is very subjective, and it's really onto if you can find the thing that gets you to gel with who's making the comedy. It's why certain people prefer certain comedians over others and think that other ones aren't funny. I just didn't find one that was really into this. So, it mainly follows the story of Retsuko as she's in the accounting department and how she really hates her job, and the only way for her to vent her frustration is to sing death metal karaoke. And it's an alright premise. I mean, it sounds like something that I would like on paper, but the execution of it's okay. It never really hit on it to be really that kind of into what I'm kind of funny to. You know, what I'm into that I think's funny. So, it just kind of goes through those kind of mishaps and everything, how she hates her superior, her supervisor and the director of the accounting department, and how she figures out trying to do different kind of ways to get out of her job. She even gets interviewed at one point and just expounds about how much she hates her job and how much she hates her boss, who is just an asshole, just belittling her and giving her all kinds of shit. Though we do get some character development on his part that he had to deal with a lot of shit. So, and it's kind of pissing him off that he can't dish that kind of shit out to this younger generation. Now again, he's doing it in the wrong way. It's just wrong way at all. So, she eventually gets the help of the assistant to the president of the company and a marketing executive. They become kind of fast friends. Now, granted, she's admired them as they're walking around the office, but one of her ways to get out of her job is she thinks, oh, I just got to get somebody who will marry me and be rich, and then I'll be a housewife and I'll never have to work in this job again. Now, granted, I can sympathize with that fact for her. It's just I never really got invested in her getting out of the job. So she goes to yoga, and that's where she meets up with the two head honchos, and she allows her secret to be shared with them, and they're like, oh crap, okay, you're pretty good at this. And she was mainly at the yoga to get the body, to get the guy. Well, as we get further into the season, she falls in love with the person nicknamed the Space Cadet, and he's just stupid. There's nothing there. Evidently he loves plants. But he just really doesn't know how to have a girlfriend. He's even pressured into it by one of his friends, and this has Retsuko, she falls head over heels for him, but she deals with all this kind of bullcrap and even stops singing the karaoke and is actually making mistakes at work, but she eventually comes to the realization. She death metal karaoke's at him. He still doesn't kind of get it and just kind of leaves him on, and she eventually kind of hears stuff from one of her coworkers that has liked her. And that's about it. There's nothing much really into this. The episodes are 15 minutes, so a little bit, almost half of what a regular anime episode would be, give or take. And if you're into the kind of Hello Kitty style kind of animation, which the animation's great. I had no problem with that. It's actually one of the highlights because of everything going on. Because I like how they transition her from this kind of cute, clean little red panda to the death metal version, but That's about the main thing that I like for it. I never really connected with any of the characters. I mean, I sympathize with her wanting to get out of her work, but I'm like, these are kind of basic, kind of bare bones kind of plot. I kind of either wanted more. And here's the thing. It's weird that this happened, but it's a perfect example of a kind of comedy series. There's a kind of balance you gotta kind of get into. Do you want this comedy series to have more kind of focus on plot or character, on our outrageous situations and kind of escalation of the comedy? Now, granted, I think it does do an escalation of comedy, but granted, since it didn't really jive with my sense of humor, I didn't see it as that much of an extension and an escalation of the comedy. And I think it kind of played safe with that, and I'd either really want extreme, stupid situations to occur, kind of similar to Fooly Cooley, or to have more of a focus on situational, smaller things of comedy in like a slice of life kind of way, where you get it out of the characters or the plot happening rather than just an outrageous kind of thing occurring. So, if you're into kind of the Hello Kitty kind of style and into seeing comedy about like workplaces, I think this would be a serviceable anime to watch. It's also kind of a good time killer, or a nice kind of palate cleanser if you've watched some kind of anime and you're just trying to kind of like decompress your system, and you're like, especially if you watch like a crazy ass mind fuck of an anime or like a really sad one. This would be a nice kind of palate cleanser to kind of get you through it or whatnot. So, those are my opinions on the anime. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.